Right, well, you won't believe what fucking happened to me today. There I am doing the Word of God, rapping, I think it's House of Pain actually, or NWA or something, I don't know. And two people starting to follow me in town. So I started rapping as I do, and started moving them around, ushering them on. Because they were doing dodgy shit with scouting out girls again. But these are white people. They're a white couple. And apparently I said something to a black man on a bike, which called the police. Real sexy copper. She's going to be my liaison officer, I think. What was her name? She told me her name. Anyway, she's sexy as sexy girl. And then you had the other one who subsequently fooled me into thinking that I was just being arrested and searched and released. They kept me in all day. I told them not to play games with me. They played games. They started not answering the buzzer. I've sent a letter to 101 to get to the commissioner. I'm going to go in the police station and report it to the commissioner about the abuse that the men are giving the prisoners. They're not giving them their human rights. I asked for a drink. They said, "Oh, you had one an hour ago." Yeah, and I want another one because my fucking throat fucking needs lubricating. Oh, yes, it's a bit hassle. Okay, so we're not going to answer the buzzer for the next 4 hours. Right? I finally get confirmation that after being lied to constantly by the two coppers in there, that I was getting, the ambulance was on its way 5 minutes. That went on for about 4 hours. Then I started banging the door and started shouting and started getting a bit irate. When they finally came to open the door, I just walked out, got in the ambulance, came over here. So I'm now in the hospital, okay? I'm under the Mental Health Act, right? Because I was talking about the Word of God, right? These fucking demon coppers don't believe in the Word of God. They don't believe in God, right? They can't believe that they sold their soul to the fucking devil, and the fate that is awaiting them in eternity. So when you talk to them about God, they get very, very defensive, and they start talking about mental health. And I said to them, "Well, you can say I'm mental health, but I've actually been cleared of mental health. I've been recovering for a year. I found the Word of God in prison. I lost it. I got it back." And I'm commanded to do what I'm doing now, which is why I'm making the channel, doing the videos, running around building cars and videoing, going around about all sorts of crazy stuff that I'm doing because I prayed to God the night before and He commanded me to get off. So anyway, the point is that I've had no cannabis today. I've had no drugs. I've had one can of beer. That was hours ago. They can't section me under the Mental Health Act because the judge has actually decreed that I don't have mental health and that I can live my life without that problem, medication or anything. So basically, the situation I'm in at the moment is waiting for the doctor team to come in the morning, which will be at 11 o'clock because they're fuckers, and let me go. And by the morning, I'll be completely sober, clean. I won't have had any drugs or any alcohol, and they'll have no choice but to let me go. And then I'm gonna bring the wrath of the almighty fucking omnipotent Lord above down on the police force in Wiltshire, right? Because just because you don't believe in God does not mean to say I'm a fucking criminal with mental health issues. Right? It means you need to find your purpose in life, right? And because you're a police officer or you're officers, right, then your purpose is to fuck everybody else over, which makes you demons, right? Now, If you don't believe that, go and spend the night in the cells. And you'll realise that the coppers in there are fucking evil bastards that treat the prisoners like shit. You know, I could have been choking on vomit and the cunts wouldn't open the fucking door or answer the buzzer. Right? And like I say, I asked for a drink and they told me I've already had one. I only wanted fucking water or fucking coffee. Right? So yeah, of course they started trying to control the situation. I'm buzzing them and going, what? I'm mouthing the fuck out of them, trying to get out. And they go, oh, but you abuse us. Yes, you cunt, because you didn't answer the buzzer for 2 hours. I was sleeping to whatever the fucking buzzer sound is, right? And they literally left me hanging for that amount of time. Now, I don't know what treaty it's against, but I do know that's against the human rights, okay? I could have been dying. You accused me of having mental health and you locked me in a solid room, right? So I could have smashed my head against the wall because the devil told me to, or whatever, right? So your games that you played, officer, I told you not to play them, right? I told you send me the devices at 3:00 this afternoon and I'll be back at 5 for my meeting. And they said, no, we're going to fuck you about today. And why? Because they know that I've got the word of God. I understand what it means. And all it means is singing. And I was arrested for fucking singing lyrics in the centre of town. Oh, I granted their NWA lyrics or House of Pain lyrics. They're not, you know, they were written by black people about black people. And I'm singing it and they're offended by it. What? They're offended by me saying the word, you know, the N-word or whatever. But it's in the lyrics. I'm just singing the lyrics. That's the message. Right? You have to get the message. So yeah. People can lie to make things up. But I tell you now, fuck you, police. You wanted me to work with you. I tried to do my best and you put me in with fucking demons. Right? So, we're going to take their jobs and we're going to take their pension. Right? And we're going to leave them living in a fucking box till eternity and get fucked up the ass by the devil, which is the contract which they signed, probably for a woman and a child. Me, I took the hard way. I took the hard way. I took his way. I took his deal. Be his fucking leader. Be his fucking warrior. Be his fucking holy man. Right? The rest of the world, the nation, all wanted to be evil. They wanted to sign up to a contract with the devil to get easy money. To have a nice home, family, a man, a woman, a husband, a wife, kids, right? But they have to pay it off for the rest of their life, which is basically working a job in an office or in a building or whatever, in a box. And then you go home at night like I was doing for 10 years and you sit in a box and you watch a box, you watch a fucking TV, right? Well, after I found the word of God again, I was commanded to get out of my thing, go in the car, go for a walk, learn some song, dance, whatever I'm doing. The point is, right? The point is that you cannot criticize me for mental health if I have not done anything substance-wise to say that I'm crazy. They say, oh yeah, you smoke cannabis. Yeah, I'm fucking smoking cannabis. God keeps fucking telling me to do it. Keeps giving me it. Finding ways to get it. I can't do this without it. Last time I didn't get it, I crashed my fucking car. So anyway, I'm trying to explain to them what I need, a little kickstart of THC or whatever in the morning. It's fine, it gets me going. But what they see is cannabis psychosis. Bullshit. Right, it's bullshit. There's no such thing as cannabis psychosis. It doesn't cause psychosis. What it does is it puts you in touch with the higher being. Right? Once you learn how to use it. So, once you've learned how to use it and you're communicating with God or whatever you want to call it, then you can appreciate why you need it. These fuckers seem to think that it's a drug that you have to be addicted to and you have to be a crackhead. Like the Pope, like the guy who ripped me off on the speaker. He thought I was some sort of crackhead asking for money. When in fact I was trying to get enough money to buy the speaker, which I was guided to buy. And instead I'm going to donate one to an agency or an academy or whatever, of dance classes or whatever. And possibly try and get a job, vocal coach, and teach the youngsters how to repair cars and that with a social worker who can set up workshops, and I can show these youngsters small bits of and film it and put it on the channel. So I've been working hard at trying to get all that sorted. And I was literally today doing nothing but walking around and being followed and telling people to go away. And all of a sudden the police said this bullshit about a man on a black man on a bike. I don't even remember seeing a black man on a bike. I told you about getting assaulted yesterday by some black guy in a Mercedes. I still got to find him and explain to him that I wasn't trying to insult his wife. It was somebody else walking in front of him that I was talking to. In front of her, sorry, that I was talking to. Hopefully join the gym, right? Because it made me realise that I could spend a lot of time in the gym, getting fit, looking at women's asses and just spending time in there being safe. But as I tried to explain to people, they've got a rotating, like a booth that you walk in and you put your code in and it rotates and you go in and out. Airlock, like an airlock. But when you look at these fucking immigrant people that aren't Muslim, you can tell with what they're wearing and being on the phone and talking gibberish that they're trafficking fucking people. They're looking for fucking women. Right? And they follow them out the gym and home and all this and out the shops and all this. And I've explained this to a lot of people today who are in authority of schools and such like. And then all of a sudden the police come along. I tell them the same story and they go, oh yeah, we're going to arrest you for this and that. Then drop the charges, no criminal fucking charges, but we're going to put detain you under the Mental Health Act. Because what? I'm talking about God and his plan for me. There's nothing in this world that says God doesn't exist. That's what the Bible is for. Right? So you either see it from my point of view, right, that I believe in that, or you criticise it and put it down and say, no, there's no such thing. And that's what the police did. No, there's no such thing, you're crazy. I'm not crazy. I've had no drugs, I've had no fucking hallucinogenics. So if I'm telling you something and it's coming straight out of my mouth and it's the truth, and I'm saying it's the word of God that I'm talking, that I'm singing, just accept that I know more than you do, right? But to the woman that the officer that pretended to be my friend and then tried to get me done for mental health, you, my darling, are going straight to hell. You're gonna spend the rest of your days alone. No man, no kids. You're gonna have a few cats. They're gonna die. And you're gonna be left alone for eternity in a box, watching a box. Like I said a minute ago, in a house watching TV. Because you didn't help me today. And I'm saying to you now, those that don't help me down here, do not ask me for a helping hand when I'm up here. Because you won't fucking get it.